Here's a quick recap of some of the top stories we're following. President Biden's son Hunter and prosecutors have agreed to a plea deal on federal tax and weapon charges. The deal calls for Biden to plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor tax counts and reach an agreement on a gun charge in exchange for no jail time.
The president and first lady released a short statement pledging their love and support for Hunter as he rebuilds his life following his fall into drug addiction. The statement said there would be no further comment on the matter.
Republican lawmakers are calling the agreement a sweetheart deal for the president's family. They are now vowing to continue their own congressional investigations into the Biden family business dealings.
Joining us now is CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane and CBS News investigative reporter Graham Cates. Thank you both for joining us. Let's start with you, Scott. How is Capitol Hill reacting to the plea deal?
Well, some of this is predictable. It was anticipated that Republicans would criticize any plea agreement that would result in no prison time for the president's son. And the Democrats would say this is an indication that the Justice Department is being judicious and fair by entering a plea agreement in which a president's son acknowledges committing crimes. So this is a Rorschach test of wherever you stand politically, how you respond politically, how you respond in statements to today's news. Let me read the statement from James Comer, chairman of the House Oversight Committee. James Comer of Kentucky had said that this is, in fact, a slap on the wrist, making a criticism we've heard from others, that this is something that shows a double standard by the Justice Department because they have meted out a plea agreement that would yield no prison time. James Comer has led the House Oversight Committee's investigation of Hunter Biden from the start. And Comer's statement also says the Oversight Committee will continue its review of the Biden family. What's clear here, Nikki and Vlad, is Republicans are not satisfied by this. They're not going to call off the dogs as they continue their search into the Biden family. And they say their investigations will continue and will be broader than just Hunter Biden. They have made uncorroborated allegations that the Biden family has taken money from foreign influence peddlers and that they'll continue their review of those allegations.
So, Graham, what's going on with the felony gun possession? Why isn't that one of the charges?
Well, it's one of the charges, but ultimately this may go down as not him actually pleading guilty, even though he's admitting to it. They're entering into what's called pretrial diversion, where essentially for an amount of time that hasn't yet been defined by the Justice Department, but which our sources say should be about 2 years, Hunter will have to stay out of trouble. Basically, he won't be able to do drugs. He won't be allowed. If he commits a crime, that'll kind of reverse this agreement. But if he's able to meet those requirements, it will be dismissed. So it's not quite a guilty plea, but he is admitting to possessing a gun unlawfully while under the influence of drugs.
Scott, I'm going to turn to you again. Republicans and Trump have been targeting Hunter Biden for years now. Is this the win they were hoping for?
No, and I think what's most telling as you watch the responses from Republicans to this news is how they synthesize this into the current and new federal prosecution of Donald Trump, saying that this plea agreement, which yields no prison time, is a striking contrast to the prospect the former president faces of dozens of years in prison on some of these high-level federal charges. And that distance between the two realities is a source of criticism for Republicans, but Democrats are punching back, saying Hunter Biden has set the table to plead guilty, acknowledge misdemeanor crimes, that this is very standard. What Donald Trump did was almost invite a prosecution by defying the feds, by defying requests to return classified records, and allegedly keeping and revealing the nation's foremost secrets. This remains a Rorschach test. Wherever you stand politically likely dictates your response to the news.
And Graham, I know we already had a statement for the president, but what are we hearing? Have we heard at all from Hunter Biden other than through his attorney?
No, so we've gotten this statement from his attorney saying that their understanding of this agreement is that this means the investigation is over. And now what was really interesting was just a few minutes after we got that statement, we got another statement from Delaware U.S. Attorney David Weiss where one of the final parts of it was he said the investigation is ongoing. We don't know exactly what that means, but there is clearly a discord between those two messages. And we're trying to figure out where exactly, if there's a middle ground or which one is right.
Scott, switching gears a little bit, we have also learned today that Donald Trump is set to return to court in Florida on August 14th, pretty quick. His trial date has been scheduled just 2 months after his arraignment. What does that say?
Well, if you're marking that date on your calendar, August 14th, mark it in pencil and keep an eraser handy. That is a tentative trial date that seems remarkably ambitious and aspirational. There are almost certainly going to be challenges from the Trump defense team to any number of legal issues here, potentially including the date and the venue. So this could slide back months, if not many months. But the judge in this case is a Trump appointee, Eileen Cannon, who's taken criticism before for her handling of these search warrant legal challenges. There was concern she might slow this case down to the former president's favor. This is an indication, at least in her initial step, that she's not. But you can mark it at least for now. August 14th, she estimates a 2-week trial, not in Miami, but in Fort Pierce, Florida, the smallest of the courthouses in the federal system in the Southern District of Florida.
All right, Scott MacFarlane and Graham Cates, thank you both very much. Appreciate it.